Hello.
Thank you so much for waiting.
No.
I do.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask, like, I guess we talked a lot about Vancouver and stuff, but then in terms of like, nowadays when people want to talk about music and I feel like they're really obsessed with trying to be like, oh, this is like a Swedish electronic album, or this is like based on this like certain like latitude and longitude in the world.
Yeah.
But then we're now like all like really
It's
online.
so digital, yeah.
We're everywhere and you're really, really immersed, and it's like hard to say. That I was like wondering in terms of like belonging. Do you feel more belonging towards like the internet in a way, or like a sense of belonging like sonically anywhere?
I definitely do. Like growing up on the internet, I feel like I've, in a way, like I've always been like abroad while being at home in that way. And especially considering that my music has been like reaching all over the world, and in Sweden, like not that many people are listening to Weatherday. So for me, like if I perform live, it's very clear that I should go to the States or like Canada or like any of the spots where I have like the most listeners. So like as Weatherday, I really don't feel that Swedish.
Yeah.
I think that I bring something to the table since like Sweden doesn't have an emo scene, not an apparent one. When I started out, and to some extent still, we do have emo bands, but for me it was like we have I Love Your Lifestyle, great band, I love them so much. Their first album, we go way back, like the first LP, it's one of my favorites. It feels like I'm like reaching over the internet more than within my country, for sure.
Yeah,
And I also have like a bunch of like internet type references in my lyrics, especially on the new album. It's talking way more about how it is to like grow up on the internet.
Were there any like artists that you like listening to then, like with access to the internet, that you think you wouldn't have discovered otherwise, that like influenced you?
Oh, for sure. But I feel like most of them in
Just
some
like
way.
everyone,
Like it's like that's how you find stuff. You find stuff through like YouTube music videos and like going through charts on Rate Your Music. You know the vibe. Where it's like you have like, oh my god, I want to get into this genre and I want to like see what this country has, what this country has, what this country has. It's such a good way to like find new stuff. It's easier than ever, and I think that the sound of our generation making music is like so affected by that, and it's not a new take or anything. It's very like, but it's I think it's something that's so cool, and people are still like catching up to it in some ways. It's still like when someone has like 50 different things they're influenced by that aren't part of their local scene, because like it's so different nowadays. I think that's so cool, and I still like align myself with. Holy shit, that's a cool wolf.
I know.
Yeah. It's a good wolf motif.
The genres that I identify with, like emo, noise pop, the ones that I like usually like call my music, it's still like not enough to describe it, right?
Yeah.
It's everything is so individualized, while being also like so global. it's a crazy thing.
I was wondering too, like since Come In came out, because it's been like 5, almost like 6 years now. Like
I think it's like just past 5.
Yeah, 5
I was
years.
supposed to have a Toronto show.
Oh, Toronto.
And that would be, I think, the day before or after. I can't remember the actual anniversary for Come In.
I see. Yeah. Everyone, when they come to Canada, they always go to the East Coast, and they never come to Vancouver. So
I know about that. People love to go to like Montreal. They love to go to Toronto. Yeah. I would love to go to, especially Toronto, but Vancouver has been like my like the goal.
Yeah. I was wondering though, because you made a lot of that album like on GarageBand, just like
Yeah.
right? And then like you like layering stuff, obviously like noise pop, that kind of thing. I'm wondering if like on the new album, has anything changed like for your creative process, or do you still like using the same things you did then?
Well, for the process, it always changes a lot, but I have like my main things that I do. Something that's kind of, from what I realize from talking to others, that not everyone does is when I start a project, side projects and Weatherday stuff, I always do the song titles first. They're subject to change, but when I have like the whole track list with song titles, that's like my inspiration. Where I'm picturing what I want as a whole, and I have that to go off, and I think I I'm, I've pretty much done that consistently since I started out. For this new album, as Weatherday, Hornet Disaster, I don't use GarageBand anymore. I use Logic for this one. And I still use a subpar microphone, but it's way better than the one that was attached to my headphones, like meant for like
gaming.
Yeah,
or
like
something.
Xbox.
Yeah, I keep hearing the Xbox thing. It's not an Xbox thing. It's like regular headphones that have like a hands-free mic, as it was called.
Yeah.
Still, like way later, like it was. People still called it that. I don't know. It might be a Sweden thing, but it was still called a hands-free mic because it's like meant for phone calls. I later learned that if I just used one that like headphones that didn't have a microphone, I could have gotten better sound because the iPhone itself has a better microphone, which I think is very funny. But now I use like one that is I think probably used for like voice recordings.
Oh, okay.
But it's gonna sound way better the new album.
Okay.
It's still gonna be lo-fi, and I still have my like crunchy sound.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be refreshing by being kind of different from what I've done before.
Okay. And I was wondering because there's so many people anywhere that has like an underground scene, people that are trying to record music, or they're like new to mixing, or like they don't know what they're doing, but they want to make it sound a certain way. So do you have like any advice to like anyone that wants to make their own thing, but they don't really know what they're doing?
I think like what I usually say when someone asks something like this is like I get like these musicians that are in this position where it's like, I don't have the gear I should have to fit this one sound, and they ask for tips. I always try to say like, just like don't compromise what you want to do. It's very simple, and I bet everyone knows it, but it's always good to hear where it's like, do the thing that you think sounds good. That's what I did, and it worked out for me. I think it's important because like with everyone having their own personal sound and their own like influences and like having inspirations from wherever, like you need to like keep with that and like stay true to what you want to do. If something sounds weird but you like it, you should go for it because you want to like stand out in your personal way.
This is kind of a long one, but just as like a queer person, your lyrics have like really affected me, and especially when I listen to like Porcelain Hands for the first time. And like when you say to see yourself, like I'm not some embarrassing painting. I was wondering like often like for me at least creating music as a queer person, it's like cathartic. It takes something off of you.
It's necessary almost.
Yeah. I was wondering how you feel about that, or how like creating music or just art in general, how it helps you deal like, for me when I was younger, it helped me deal with like dysphoria and stuff, and that I wasn't feeling in my own body. Just like, how does that?
I think it's sometimes, or like most of the time, it's easier to express yourself through art. And I think that more people should try to do that. A lot of people feel like they're not able to, like, oh, I can't play the guitar, I can't draw, I can't do this or that. Well, like, no, just express yourself it's the same thing. Like, stay true to yourself, express yourself, get your catharsis, do whatever you need to like feel heard, but like in a personal way where it's like you can talk to your friends, but you need to like also like keep a diary or something.
Yeah.
Like it's so important.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I'm glad it could be like that you could like interpret my album like that. It's definitely a huge part of what that album is, especially that song. I wanted that song originally. The song before it on the track list was supposed to be The Closer. That's why it uses the leitmotif from Come In. You can barely hear it, but it's kind of like not a lot of people point it out, but it's when you think of it as The Closer, you can hear it. I have the original recording of that song still in the mix as a layer, just because I felt like the original recording of that song that was meant to be The Closer should be in the song, even though it's not The Closer anymore.
Oh, so it's just like the motif.
Yeah, and so then I did it more properly, and I wanted to like really bring it home and like tie the no, that's Swedish.
Tie the knot?
Not tie the knot necessarily.
Oh,
it was like it's a similar one. I was about to say tie the
Coming
knot.
like full circle,
Yeah,
like
full circle.
finishing.
Yeah.
That type of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted like wrap it up
Wrapping it,
basically.
yeah.
I wanted to wrap it up in a way that was like, if you've listened this far and you're at the last song, I want you to like get something out of it.
Yeah.
I want you to like think about the experience.
Yeah. And just the last thing, is there anything when you're on tour, is there any like, if you go, let's say if you stop at like 7-Eleven, what kind of food do you get? Or like what snack, or are there any snacks you miss? Any food?
Well, wait, anything I miss?
Yeah.
From Sweden?
Yeah. Or like when you're on tour, like what would you get to like eat, to snack?
A funny
kinda
thing.
random,
A
but-
funny thing actually. No, don't worry. A funny thing actually is that Swedish fish. Do you have those in Canada?
Yeah, we
Yes,
have.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
sick.
they're a big deal.
Are they? Do you have? I don't know if. Are they the same as in America?
Are they different in America?
I'm not sure because I think y'all care more about the citizens
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know how.
I think we still have Red 40 in our
You have the
Swedish
okay,
fish.
yeah,
We
yeah.
have it.
Yeah.
No, it's almost like what's your favorite food coloring? Like, what did you grow up on? You know what I mean? Those questions that are like,
Yeah.
are you a Red 40 girl or are you a blue?
Oh
like,
my god.
boy.
The Swedish fish, either way, they're based on a candy that is from Sweden.
Okay.
We
so
have
they are
these
actually
fish.
Swedish.
They're not all red in Sweden.
Okay.
We have different colors, but all of them are really pale and sickly looking. That's not the main thing. They're also kind of tough compared to the ones here. When I once first tried Swedish fish in America, I was like, oh no. Oh no, these are better. And I was like heartbroken. I was like, and also I don't know. I feel that's probably how millennials felt when they saw The Office for the first time, the American Office,
Yeah.
where it's like,
Yeah.
oh my god, I like this more. But it's the Swedish fish, they're better. So I try to get them as
The ones
much as
here?
I can. Yeah, though
Or
this
in
is
America,
in
at
America.
least. Yeah.
But if they're the same, it's the same.
I think they're the same here.
They must be. And I don't know, y'all have like I still haven't. I'm going by America right now because I haven't gotten a chance to see convenience stores here or like what you have. But in America, they have like a lot of like flavored almonds that I think are cool.
Like yogurt
Yeah.
ones or like with chocolate.
Okay, you must have the crazy ones too. Like the, like I don't know. I ate some like blueberry almonds.
Blueberry almonds. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. That's mostly for this tour. Like any snacks that I see out here make me not miss Sweden.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that. If there's anything I do miss, it's ballerina. that's what I recommend too. If y'all ever like get access to Swedish snacks, get ballerina.
Oh, what's that?
It's like a cracker that has it's like two parts. Do you have anything similar? I can't think of anything. There's like this one base that is like chocolate flavored, I think, and then one like plain cracker flavored.
Oh, it's just like a wafer, almost.
Kind of.
Layers, yeah.
And it's like circular, and in the middle between those two, kind of like an Oreo, you have nougat, and then also like in the middle, like the center, like a lot of it. They are really good. They're so good. And for soda, I recommend Trocadero.
Trocadero, okay.
Trocadero.
Okay.
That's how I want the spelling bee today. That one is good. It's a unique soda.
Okay. Thank you so much.
No
Yeah,
problem.
thank
Yeah.
No, this was fun. It was good questions too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem. It was a really great show. So
Yeah.
Thank
You
for coming.
appreciate that.
It was
Yeah.
nice to get lost in just like
Oh hell yeah.
this land that we made.
I went to the Panchico show and I was sad. I was like, oh.
They
I
did
hope,
not do a good job of no shade to them. I bet they were like, because I was waiting for the visa to like get ready.
Yeah.
So I bet that they didn't have enough time to announce it. But I feel bad for the people that went primarily for me, which I've heard were like
all the
definitely had
CITR
friends.
went just
Yeah.
like but it's okay because we all came here.
It's
really
okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, I was so
Yeah.
excited that I could like do a makeup show here.
And like DIY also.
Yeah, I
just have
prefer
it.
the
Yeah.
DIY shows
Yeah,
so much.
yeah.
By far, like I
Yeah.
prefer them. It's like, especially like when you can get like the local openers and stuff. I've said this to everyone that I was like asked. But it's different with DIY.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's community, all we have.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like it was a fun experience going on the like huge stages. For the Panchico leg of the tour.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad to be back on these like DIY ones.
Yeah. Also, I love the merch too.
Yeah.
Like,
Thank you. I'm happy. These are like my favorite designs that I made. Probably
it was for the America for coming overseas.
for this tour. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be. I did have like 3 Canadian dates, but now it ended up being just one.
Did you do the designs?
Yeah, I make
Was there-
I do everything Weatherday.
Awesome. Okay.
The disclaimer is that I did not make the flyers for the tour,
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
I figured. Yeah.
but
For all the small venues.
yeah, but like the merch, I do all of it. I do all recording, all writing, everything.
Wow.
Yeah, I have like such a strong like image of what I want to do, so I try to like do it all myself.
Yeah, I got the long sleeve shirt, the one with all the like. There's the text on the arms,
yeah,
and it's so pretty.
that has a bunch of I don't know, Northern Lion.
Yeah.
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 I have a sample with him on the album, and on one of the sleeves I have lyrics from that song, and it's named after something that he said on the screen. That's all I can say right now. But it's like so it has that, and it has like lyrics from another song also on the album. And also some from like Five Pebbles, the side project I have.
5 Pebbles.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, you listen?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna drop some new Five Pebble stuff. I think that might be the next thing I do. I need some, like a break. The album's done,
Right.
so I'm waiting for it to drop. And during that time I'm gonna rest. I haven't done that in 2 years. I've
Yeah.
been working way too many 16-hour days plus. So I'm excited to rest and do some like fun side project stuff like during that. So I'm gonna do Five Pebbles, I'm gonna do Lowell's Pocket PC, and maybe even Rhinoplastic Bubbles. We'll see.
Also, the Weather Glow, that was really great. Too.
Oh hell yeah! I'm so happy with that. I'm not good with collabing since I have like the thing that I said where I want to do everything myself.
Yeah.
For that one, I was so happy because like me and Asian Glow were good friends Oh my god, they're so sweet. They came to last year to South by Southwest, and we like performed together from Weatherday. It was so much fun. I obviously didn't go this year to South by Southwest. They can eat piss.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
No, thank you.
I hope to be back soon.
Yeah,
Yes, I
definitely.
hope you
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let's do it. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.